All right, man. Let's kind of get into this matchup between South Carolina versus NC State. This is going. I'm hoping, at least I'm hoping, this is going to be a great game. I feel that it has all the spark and the energy behind the scenes for it to be a great game. I believe that South Carolina is very determined to win an NCAA title for Don Staley and for themselves. I feel they came with a chip on their shoulders for this season because, as you know, there are a lot of top players from their team had left and went on. A lot of them, a couple of them, went on to the actual WNBA. So when you have a new and young team like you have with South Carolina, I feel like they felt something that they had to prove to themselves, and they played like that with a chip on their shoulders for the whole season. And to be undefeated for the whole season, man, that is phenomenal. To be undefeated in the actual season. Now let me see what is the actual what college women team went undefeated. So, as you can see here, history of undefeated teams. You've had Baylor, Tennessee, Texas, and UConn. And they said that the Longhorns, Texas, was the first to pull it off. That's pretty big. That's pretty big. That's a big deal. They said that this, according to this article, they said that there has been an undefeated champion 9 times in women's NCAA tournament history. The rare feat has been accomplished by 4 different programs. Those programs is Baylor, Tennessee, Texas, and UConn. And the 1985-86 Longhorns were the first to pull it off. Whew. Texas won in 85-86. They went 34-0. UConn, they won it in 94-95, 35-0. Tennessee, they won it in 97-98. They went 39-0. UConn, 2001 to 2002 season, 39-0. Then in 2008-2009 season, they went 39-0. Then in 2009, then 2010, they went 39-0. So they had a three-peat. You remember when UConn, man, was winning and nobody could not even touch them at one point. They went on such a dominating run. For 3 years straight, they won 3 straight national championships. Baylor in 2011 and 2012, they went 40-0. Then UConn again, back to back, 2013, 2014, 40-0. Then another national championship by UConn, 2015 and 2016, 38-0. So there's a lot on the line here for South Carolina. I know it would be very disappointing for them if they was able to go all the way to this point undefeated and then lose at this point of the season. It would be devastating. So that's big, man. So let's kind of get into this matchup, man. According to the Athletic article, they have some experts who they make their picks. I'm going to give you my pick, who I feel is going to win out of this game. Far as matchup wise, man, let's look at the North Carolina State roster, as you can see right here. I like North Carolina State, man. I really do. Based off against the Lady Gamecocks roster, they're a little bit bigger. I would say that the Lady Gamecocks are a little bit bigger. And the reason why I'm going to say that, I'm going to prove it to you. Ashley Watkins, she's 6'3", right? Then you have Cardosa, she's 6'7". Then you have Adil Tack, Hopefully I'm saying her name correctly. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Is 6'5". Chloe Kitts, 6'2". Then you have Fegan, Sania Fegan. She's 6'3". Then you have Sakima Walker. She's 6'5". So they definitely got some size. Will all of them be able to play? We'll see what Don Staley's strategy is based off on how North Carolina State plays. But let me tell you something, man. I like Bree Hall. Bree Hall, she can shoot and she hustles. She runs up and down the court well. She's in shape. She can shoot the ball. And when she's on, she's on. I like Raven Johnson for South Carolina, man. Let me tell you something about Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson has an uncanny ability. To me, she's like the leader of that team. I'm just pointing it out point blank. As a sophomore, she's a leader of that team, I feel. And how I feel how she leads is how she plays on defense first and foremost. She has improved far as in her jump shot. So she's definitely has improved. And that's one of the things she's talked about in the interview, that she wanted to be able to improve her three-point shot. And she did that about 10%, which is huge. And if you've been watching the Lady Gamecocks, she has hit a lot of big-time three-point shots in the season. So Raven Johnson is going to be key. I believe she's going to set the tone right out the bat, and she likes to play up close and personal. She's going to play full court defense. That's amazing stamina. She's going to play full court defense. She's going to be ready to go after and take that ball from the opposing team. Now, let me tell you something, man. There's this girl right here in the front for North Carolina State, number 10. And her name is Isaiah James. Whew. That girl can ball. This girl right here, she can ball. Isaiah James can ball. And I believe in order for North Carolina State to have an opportunity to beat South Carolina tonight, Isaiah James is going to have a breakout game. I'm not saying she can do it by herself by any means. By no means, I'm not saying that, because she can't beat South Carolina by herself. But what I'm saying is that she's a game changer. And she reminds me a lot like Caitlin Clark. When that ball start going in and she can shoot it from deep, it changes the dynamic of that team. You can tell their confidence is built up, and they just play even more with reckless abandon, out there against their opposing team. So I feel it's going to be crucial for her jump shot to be hitting, and for her to be aggressive right out the bat. Be aggressive. I don't want to see any passiveness. I don't want to even see that, you want to try to get your teammates involved, because when you get aggressive out there on the basketball court, naturally you're going to be able to get your team involved. You know why? Because when you're shooting and you're able to be a threat on the basketball court, that's going to bring double teams and possibly even sometimes triple teams, which is you're going to be able to find wide open teammates, and they got to hit those shots when they're open. Okay. So Isaiah James, she is a game changer. I'm telling you, she's a game changer. Now, let me tell you somebody who I think is a dark horse for North Carolina State, and she has to play well. She used to play for South Carolina. She actually won a national championship, I think, a couple of years ago when she played for South Carolina with Don Staley. It's Sanaya Rivers. This girl right here has blossomed. She's a junior. She's listed at 6'1", but she can run up and down the court. She has a world of talent. I'm definitely going to be paying close attention to her. It's going to be very important that she gets some shots up, because when you start seeing that ball going through the basket a couple of times, that builds confidence. I don't want to see her long spurts within the game and not scoring. She is more effective when she is scoring the basketball. I believe that she can play defense. I want to see her be very aggressive, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball. If she can do that, I'm telling you, it's going to be a dogfight versus South Carolina. And that's what I'm looking for at the end of the day, as a great game. Now, let's kind of go through the lineup right here. Chloe Kitts, she's been struggling lately. She's been struggling lately. I believe you're good if you can get 5 to 10 points. 10 points out of Chloe Kitts will be amazing. But you definitely want her just to play solid, right? Play good straight up defense. Don't make silly fouls. Make the right play. If you can score a couple of points, that's going to be a major plus for South Carolina. Sania Fegan, let me tell you something. She is the round bound rebound woman. She can box out. She's going to bring energy. She can block shots. She's definitely a threat while she's on the basketball court, and she's going to definitely bring that defensive pressure, and she's going to force you to shoot that ball, because if you come down the paint, you're going to know that she's there in that paint. Malaysia Fulwiley. Let me tell you something, man, about Malaysia. I really enjoy watching her play. She is great off the dribble. Phenomenal. She has a quick first step and she moves like a cat. No doubt. And she can hit the three. To me, she can be the dark horse for this team. She could be that wild card for this team. And I know she's a phenom. And what I'm saying to you, this is no slight on Malaysia Fulwiley. But what I'm saying to you is, it's like hit or miss. If she's on and she's playing lights out, what I mean by she's penetrating, she's stealing the ball from the opposing point guard, and she's hitting threes, you're not going to beat South Carolina. I'm telling you, that's what I mean, wild card. If you know spades, you have the big joker and you have the little joker. She has the ability to be the big joker. She does. She has the ability to be the big joker. And what I mean by that, she is that big wild card. If she's on, Lord have mercy, man. She makes everybody on that team better. Let me tell you something. Ashley Watkins. Let me tell you something. She plays defense. And she can score the basketball by getting rebounds and, getting and posting up, things of that nature. She can give you easily 8 to 10 points, easily. Give you 3 blocks a night, easily. Get about 10 rebounds, easily, because that's her game. Cardoso. Let me tell you something about Cardoso. I like Cardoso. I believe Cardoso is definitely a game changer in so many ways because she is so tall. She's not as athletic, but she brings a problem to the opposing team because she's so tall. And she can bring a problem on the offensive end because of that size, where she can post up and she can get easy shots. And let me tell you something about Cardoso. She actually runs up and down the court. That is a big plus for me when you have a big like that is very excited and full of energy in running up and down the court. Man, let me tell you something. This guard right here, Miss Johnson, she can shoot the ball. If you leave her open, she's going to make it. And she has the ability to even dribble and get to an open spot to shoot. Pow, pow. Oh, man. Oh, man. She is big time. She is big time. I think at one point in the season, she was number 1 in 3-point field goals made. I know she's in the top 3, but she is amazing, y'all. She is amazing. And with saying that, y'all can kind of probably see already on how I was just bringing out all the good players from USC. For me, from just the eye test, I'm going to give the edge to South Carolina to win this game. The reason being is because of the firepower that they have and their willingness to play hard-nosed defense. Now, my problem with South Carolina, this is the problem that I have with South Carolina. They haven't had the ability to be able to blow teams out. Now, they have gotten big leads, like in the first half, without a doubt. Big leads, no doubt. But my problem is going to be, are they going to be able to play full throttle the whole game? Give me a whole game where you just don't get lackadaisical. You don't look bored and then you start getting lazy on defense. You start getting lazy on offense, because if you play like that, you will lose against this team of North Carolina State. You will lose because they have this girl right here, Isaiah James. She's no joke. She is no joke. She can actually play and she can shoot the basketball. So if you give someone like this the confidence that they can beat you, it can change the momentum and the landscape of this game big time. So be careful, man. Be careful, South Carolina, man. But I do give the edge to South Carolina if they play from start to finish the way they're supposed to play. If they play the way they're supposed to play, have a low percentage of turnovers, and you make the right play, there's no reason North Carolina State should be able to beat South Carolina. There's no reason. But the reasons could be, as I said and just mentioned a second ago, if South Carolina get lazy out there and they allow that team to stay in the game all the way to the fourth quarter, then it's a toss-up. I'm telling you right now, if they allow them to stay in the game, then it could be a toss-up. And when you have this young lady, Isaiah James, on that team, she can win it in the last 3-4 minutes of a game. She is that spectacular, man. Hey, man, so I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, do me a favor, man. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Also, make a like on the video. It will be greatly appreciated so this video can hit the YouTube algorithm. And also, you can support by purchase merch I have on my YouTube store, my website. You can actually go to my YouTube store right on my YouTube channel. I have some phenomenal merch over there. You can actually go directly by going to www.royalfigures.org, and stay tuned to the next video.